It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a give running right, it's Cook. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 27, Allen. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The Browns at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Watson now to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. To the air, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Allen going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Allen. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They go with Chubb on second down. And some space here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
They run again on first down, Chubb. It's a room to maneuver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 63 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Watson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And this returnable for Hines. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second and 2. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that tied down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 51 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 2nd and very short, Allen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The kick by Bass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24, Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and it really cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And even 100 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Watson off play action. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. And his pass incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Nick Chubb stopped short, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. On The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open. That would have been an easy throw.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Still on his feet, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. To throw is Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. And it's caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Watson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. Well, this one probably was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end. But what a game all the way through.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers.